Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tempo, tempo, tempo. 1, 1, 1, 1. Go.
Now Foles. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Ito Smith, his first carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Tiger.
Foles. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets to fight. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
1, 1. Tonight, 180.
Here's Foles. Flush to his right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now back to throw. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. 44's Mike, 44's Mike. Check.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And his first carry, he loses the football. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Water. Johnson, hit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hill. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First down carry for Henry. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Off Play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He'll buy some time right. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you. Suddenly,
it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal.
Turbo 64. Under. 13.
Here's Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Hyde spinning past him. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Man open left side is Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mariota gives to Henry. Finding some room at midfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Play fake. Mariota. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, Mariota toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the red zone now, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. in for the score. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
1-1-1.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
kick by Butker is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Off the play fake, Mariota. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mariota to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Final play of the half here. Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. He spins free. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
1-1-1. 180.
Foles. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw, Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota now from the 50. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Here's Foles. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Foles. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They're going to look to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Go, go!
Now back to throw. And going deep for Hill. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ito Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third and long here for Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. first down, a run with Hyde. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is... The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 18. They begin with Henry. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Mariota now on 2nd down. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Logan Ryan. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. Wiggles free. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called Not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Let's go.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Going deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. A first down throw for Mariota. Smith catches left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
12 more yards there and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you could...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is under pressure again, and down he goes again. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll rifle this one. And this is caught. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. 34 yards. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Mariota to throw it. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota again. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Tempo. Hey, sound gold. Flat.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He dumps it to Hyde. And now running right through it. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Go.
Foles. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Foles. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Now Ito Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now another timeout here called by the Titans, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Foles. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock the defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.